Hi, everyone. It is Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy, and I have a special guest for us today. His name is Muhammad, and I will let him introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad. Actually, I used to have Crohn's disease. Whenever I eat one bite of food, I will have stomach ache. I'll feel pain in my intestine. I spent 14 years dealing with drugs, basically immune suppressant drugs. Up to 2018 August, I subscribed in Heal Your Gut Guy. I start following the protocol. It was so simple, so scientific, so easy to follow. And ever since I stopped all the drugs, I stopped all the medicine that I used to take to suppress my immune system. And now I'm medicine free for last 30 months until now. I can eat
Oh, wow.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Glad to hear that you are doing better. And yeah, let's dive into your story. Well, like, what were some of the symptoms you were dealing with, and how was modern medicine what was your day-to-day life? Like, how many times were you going to the bathroom?
Yeah. So actually, maybe I'm a little bit different. I didn't go to the bathroom frequently,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
main symptoms I had was all about the pain.
Pain.
Whenever I eat anything, I will instantly feel pain in my intestine.
Oh, wow.
It all started in 2004 when I was 14 years old. So I
Mm-hmm.
was kidding at the time. My parents went all over the hospitals in my city.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors didn't know what is the disease because Crohn's at that time was not known, was
Mm-hmm.
unknown. So some doctors told me it's a dysentery. Doctors told me it's a different disease. You know, up to
Mm-hmm.
that moment, I went to one of the GI doctors. He told me, I suspect that you have Crohn's disease, but let me do a colonoscopy and take
Mm-hmm.
the biopsy to make sure. So
Mm-hmm.
I did this thing, and after that, he told me, yes, I was right. You have Crohn's disease. At that time, actually, I felt happy. Finally, I came to know what is the issue with my gut. So definitely, the therapy will be, or the solution now will be very easy because I know what is the disease. So the doctor gave me like 20 pills,
Mm-hmm.
mainly cortisone. Okay. So I told him, for how long should I take this medicine? He said, for the rest of your life. And this is
Cortisone for
was,
the rest of your life. Oh boy.
yeah, why should I take it for the rest of my life? But I was kid, and he was the doctor who has lab coat, lab coat,
Yeah.
and he's a
What, you're
professor.
16 at that
I was,
time? You were
yeah,
16, 14, 16?
even young, 14. So I suspected myself, I said, definitely, I do not understand everything. He's the doctor. He understands everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from that time up to 2010, I had, my ups and downs because the immune suppressant work for, let's say, temporary time. It will
Mm-hmm.
just cover up the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So up to 2010, the doctor told me your condition is not stable. You have to go for something stronger. I will recommend for you to go for Remicade.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called Infliximab. So I started taking Remicade for 5 years. I had my ups and downs also in that
Oh,
time.
5 years. Okay. Wow.
Years, yeah. Then the doctor decided to do colonoscopy for me, and then he saw, the gut was inflamed. My large intestine was inflamed, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
all looking nasty. So he told me, it seems that Remicade is not working after 5 years. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so so we will switch to Humira. We'll switch to Humira.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I spent like 2.5 years or 3 years on Humira, but at that time I was taking, the Humira injection at my home, And because it's subcutaneous, I can give it to myself at home.
Yeah.
So at that time, I start reading the paper that comes with the drug. And then I noticed that some of the side effects might be dangerous disease, like cancer or gut inflammation. So Humira is intended to fix my gut inflammation, but maybe it will cause gut inflammation. So it was, what? You know,
Yeah, it's like,
hilarious, man.
yeah,
This is
it's, you
completely,
can't make this stuff up. It's insane. These drugs are insane.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, when did the light bulb kind of come off? I remember you telling me a story where you asked someone about these drugs and they're like, oh, they could give you cancer.
oh,
And you tried to reach out to this person again and they died from cancer.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that true?
yeah. I went to one of
That's
the social media
horrible.
apps. Yeah, when I went to one of the social media apps, I had a concern that if there is chance of getting cancer if I'm using this drug,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe, you know, at any time of my life, I will have this cancer, you know. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to one of the social media apps and I start, you know, asking some doctors, just I want to feel comfortable, you know, I don't want to worry anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So the GI doctor replied to me and he told me, oh, don't worry, Muhammad, nothing will happen to you. This is very minor chance that you will get some kind of complication. At that time, I felt comfortable. But then one girl, you know, interfered and she told me, do not believe him. I used this drug and I had now leukemia, which is a blood cancer.
Yeah, leukemia is, yeah, really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I was like,
Yeah, that's what it says on the packet. Yeah.
yeah, this is what's mentioned in the drug exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, all my fears went up to the surface, you know, like I
Mm-hmm.
have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I decided to go to my GI doctor because I had strong belief that this is the only, let's say, medicine who can give me solution,
Mm-hmm.
which is the medicinal doctor. So I went to him. Unfortunately, I felt like he doesn't care. It's like I'm just a client,
Yeah.
you know. I'll be waiting in the waiting room for maybe 30 minutes as an average, and I will spend like 10 minutes only for a
Yeah.
consultation. And the consultation will be like, okay, take these drugs, continue doing what you're doing, see you after 2 months. You know,
Yep. That's,
at that time, I had an agreement with the doctor. I mean, we agreed on the last visit, we will arrange for a colonoscopy and for blood test.
mm-hmm.
So when I went to him on the next visit, he totally forget about it.
Yeah.
At that time, I know this guy, yeah, he doesn't care for my health as I care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wallahi, I can remember this moment clearly. I know I will never walk into any medicinal doctor office again, especially
Mm-hmm.
for this, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, I start following the dairy-free, gluten-free diet. And the first thing I did, I went to a doctor, complementary medicine. I think he's a functional medicine doctor.
Mm-hmm.
This guy did three things to me. The first thing, he gave me very high motivation that, you know, do not believe GI doctors and drug medicine and these kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he told me many stories that people came to him with the diseases that they thought they will never get the cure, but now they are healed.
Okay.
So he gave me very high motivation. After that, he did blood intolerance, food intolerance test, IgG for me, and
Mm-hmm.
vitamin D test also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I followed this for a couple of months, and I felt improvement, you know, in my symptoms, like 60% improvement.
Oh, wow.
This 60% I have never felt it in my whole treatment with the immune suppressant drugs. That was a surprise for me.
That's
I
really
never
cool.
thought, yeah. Then after that, I was having my lunch and I went to YouTube and I start searching, healed from Crohn's. I ran into your video. I saw you eating bread and drinking milk. The first thing I said to myself, this guy is gonna have a horrible flare-up. You should advise him, wallahi. So I was about to close, the YouTube. After that, what bring my attention is that you have a book. You have a book that 25, I think, lies doctors do not tell you.
Yeah.
Wow, he has a book. Definitely, he has something.
Oh, yeah. Take that, English teacher. I got an F in English, by the way, in middle school and high school many times. So.
Okay. So I buy that book and I start reading and I found very interesting information there. I liked it. Then I found that you have course. Whoa, this guy definitely has something to tell people about. In August 2018, I subscribed in Heal Your Gut Guide course, and I start listening to the material. At that time there was 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago. So yeah.
2018. So I can tell you, Mike, within few weeks, maybe less than 3 months, let's say 2 months maybe, I followed the protocol and I felt up to 85% healed.
Oh, wow.
The course did a major shift for me, and thank you. Allah, I'm so grateful to you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So I start understanding. Now I can say that I understand what is the cause for this disease. Previously, what made me fear the 14 years when I was having these immunosuppressant drugs, I didn't know what is this disease. The doctor was just telling me this disease is unknown. It will just happen like this, and you will have gut inflammation. So, I'd be afraid from something that I don't know. Then when I started your course, you simply and scientifically explained it to me with a simple word. It was so easy to understand. I understand it, and I understand the principle, which are 3 principles, as I understand, that do not injure your gut, give the body the nutrition that it needs to heal, and balance your gut microbiome. That's it. In August 2018, I started drinking the first cup of raw milk. I suffered that. Yeah, I suffered that.
It didn't work well the first time?
From the first time, maybe I didn't expect that actually. From the first time, my stool was perfect. Then I went to Facebook. Yeah, I went to Facebook and I write a post that I'd like to take picture for my and post that on Instagram because I was
like your profile picture.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was just perfect shape. I have never seen this thing, since long time.
Yeah, it's like when you see if after years of bad stools and you finally get a good one, you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's what they're supposed to. I forgot. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I feel so happy at that time. So maybe at the last 15% percentage of healing, I mean, from 85% of healing up to 100%, I spent long time because the 85% maybe it's a common thing that everyone can follow and have the result. But for the last 15%, maybe you have to do the homework. You have to keep researching. So you can find, where is the gap within you? Maybe you have missing like magnesium. You have to consume more magnesium in the right form, more zinc, more nutrition. You have to avoid this kind of food, stuff like that. But Heal Your Gut Guide course established the platform which I can build my research on, because I now understand what is the cause of the disease, and this is half of the solution.
Yeah. That's the big problem with modern doctors and even naturopathic doctors, they don't even have a basic understanding of 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 what what is the problem. They don't even know what is the problem. And then and they're trying to attack inflammation, which is like the wrong way. It's like, hey, my house burnt down. I'm going to attack the firefighters and the repair workers trying to build it. That's what happens when you try to like. That's what you're doing when you try to like reduce inflammation with these drugs. Instead, you want to get rid of what's causing the inflammation in the first place, which is inflammation is our body's response to injury. But yeah, we're always trying to make our process better, and we just came across something called German New Medicine, and it goes into the emotional issues that cause our gut to become inflamed, because a lot of us our gut symptoms just arise out of nowhere, out of like a super stressful situation. um, I don't know if you can remember back to anything super stressful at that time
Yeah.
that might have happened to you. Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, actually, I was, at that time, yeah, it's many things. Maybe my mindset was, I was thinking in a negative way at
Yeah.
that time, like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I was whiny kid, I was crying all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have things. So, you know,
Yep.
I had a
Yeah,
negative
I
thing.
had that problem too. I was just, even when, even recently, like, my life is really good. I work from home, I can, call the shots, and, you know, it's very easy to develop like a negative thinking pattern. And when you have like your brain's very it's a complex machine, but it's also like very simple. It's like at the end of the day, it's like looking at things coming in and looking at your emotions and saying like, is this going to help me or is this going to kill me? And if it's going to kill you, then a negative emotion says like, oh, this is going to kill me. This is a threat. And then it has these biological programs that start to run saying like, oh, I'm experiencing this emotion. Okay, I need to adapt my gut cells, and that's just how it's programmed. And you can see it, like people who have colon inflammation, people who have intestine or stomach inflammation. You'll see very specific part of their brains light up on CT scans. But yeah, this is all new stuff coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about. But yeah. So what were some of the things that really helped you out on, was it a specific food or a specific supplement? Like what really helped you out on your journey, you think?
Yeah, I can say raw milk at
Raw,
first.
what type of raw milk do you have there?
Camel raw milk.
I
It's
love
very,
camel's milk. I don't get to have it very often. It's like pretty caramel tasting. It's like almost tastes like candy almost. I love it.
yeah, very light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then after that, I tried a couple of things. Actually, all the fermented drinks and fermented food works, but
Mm-hmm.
because the thing I tried is the raw camel milk, and it worked perfectly for me, so I loved it. So I was
Okay.
doing the smoothie, raw camel milk with avocado and blueberry and banana, every
Okay,
day. And
that worked for you. Okay.
yeah. Then after that, the supplements, maybe vitamin C and vitamin D from natural source, as the fermented cod liver oil,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and vitamin C from a natural source, not the ascorbic acid, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Best sources is a good, which the one that you named is a good one. Yeah.
yeah, it gave me a real, and also the bone broth. Bone broth was
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Actually, I felt so good after that. Enema,
You did enemas?
perform once a week. Well, and I was feeling I'm getting high after enema.
I
Like,
you feel clean. I like, that's what I like. I mean, you like feel super clean. It's like,
yeah,
what
especially
type of
when I
enemas? What type of enemas were you doing? Like just water enemas, or were you doing?
tried many things with enema. I started with water enema with sea salt. Then after that,
Okay.
I moved to coffee enema. Then after that, I tried a couple of things, so with some additives. And, I
Yeah.
was watching some people on YouTube who were talking about different types of enema
Uh-huh.
that will especially kill the candida. It will
Ah,
be
okay.
potent antifungal. So I started
Okay.
following. Yeah, I want to do anything that will bring me closer to health.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how it feels at that time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yeah, it's yeah, a lot of people are afraid of enemas, and so if you have colitis, be careful. But again, you have like shit coming out your butt. How is water gonna hurt
Yeah.
hurt things? So
And
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, be careful with salt water. Make sure I would go on the light side of the salt first, and instead of having some like brine go through there. But yeah, I did lots and lots of enemas. And I always remember feeling like really clean and light and free after doing them. It's messy the first few times you do them, but once you get the hang of it, it's it's it's
Actually, I felt
yeah.
ashamed at the first time I did it. Like
Yeah.
I, I don't want anyone to see me.
Lock the
One,
door.
yes.
Make sure
you know,
everyone's gone. No one's in the
one of
house.
my exactly. My roommate asked me, "What is that?" I told him, "This is to prepare some juice, some kind of juice."
Oh boy.
Just do not make any sarcastic comment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because Mike, at that time you need maybe every small support like
yeah.
mental support and psychic support.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, because a lot of this, you start eating all these foods and changing your diet, and that's a big social thing. You go out to eat with your friends, you eat with your family. And they're like, "Oh, why aren't you eating my special food I made you?" And you're like, "Well, it'll kill me," you know. And it's tough. It's an uncomfortable social situation to be in. But are there any
Okay, so
specific dishes from your part of the world that did you well that are might be interesting? Do you like was organ meat like growing up was organ eating organ meats a normal thing for you?
yeah,
Or
yeah. Actually,
yeah,
organ meat, like we had the liver. It's a very traditional food here,
yeah. How
but
how how would you guys eat the liver? Or
cut with onion and
mhm.
garlic, with salt
Yeah.
and pepper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll just stir it on. That's it. And they
Cool.
have
Cool.
mixed organs. Like they will take the intestine and then they will take heart and different organs. They will cut it up and mix it together and make you know
Like a
food called,
sausage,
yeah, not
like a stuffed stomach and stuffed. Yeah.
exactly. They
Uh-huh.
will not stuff it. No, they will take it and they cut it into small pieces. They will mix, for example, kidney with the heart, with the intestine. They will cut
Oh,
it up.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
mix it up with some spices. That's it. And this is
Nice.
one of yeah, traditional food.
So
But no
did
one knows.
you yeah, because I've talked to some people who like grew up with that stuff and they're like, oh, that stuff's so high in fat. And I'm just like I wish I
Yeah,
could enjoy organ meats, it's um yeah, so did you I mean that's cool you grew up with those things. So it's like very easy for you to like just bring that. I was like, oh, I did that when I was a kid. I can just do it again.
yeah. Just take it again.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, um, do you have any? So I know you're starting a YouTube channel in in Arabic, which is much needed. Um, yeah, want to tell us a little about that if someone
Yeah.
wants to watch
Actually,
you.
as I told you, that many people are coming and asking me, how did you heal? How do you feel? What is your story? So I
Hmm.
decided to make this channel so everyone can simply, if someone asks me, I will tell him you can go to the channel, you can watch
Hmm.
the whole video. If you have any question, you can come to me. I will simply answer you from
Is
what I
this in English or in
Arabic.
Arabic? In
Arabic.
Arabic, yeah. Okay, cool.
I recommended your course in the in my video, but
Hmm.
most of the people had an issue, with understanding English. They
Yeah.
said, "Oh,
Okay.
no, it will be quite difficult for me." So I find that there's a gap that needs to be filled, in the Arab world.
Oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, that's why. And especially, Mike, there's one thing I'd like to highlight that uh, during the time that I was taking immune suppressant, I feel depressed. My psychic health was so bad. I felt mood
Hmm.
swing, foggy mind.
Oh
Like
wow.
I wasn't happy most of the time. I felt like lazy. I don't want to do anything.
Hmm.
Socially, wasn't interacting with people. I feel like I'm not myself. I cannot be myself. Something is, there is obstacles. I feel something is holding me back.
Hmm.
Uh, Definitely because of the gut health, because the gut has a psychological effect, you know.
Hmm.
So when I start fixing my gut, my psychic health went skyrocketed. It
Oh,
was.
awesome.
I feel like I'm alive again. The
Hmm.
quality of my life was back again. Uh,
Awesome.
especially at that time when I was taking Humera. Humera shall be kept in specific temperature. Otherwise, it will be damaged. It will be ruined. So it should be from 2 to 8 Celsius. So if the electricity was cut off of the fridge, I would simply lose all these medicines.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they were so expensive medicine.
Yeah, yeah, those
So
are very expensive. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. In Saudi Riyal, one Saudi Riyal equals $3.75 American dollar. So in
Hmm.
Saudi Riyal, it cost me almost half million Saudi Riyal to
What?
have, yeah,
500,000?
half. Yeah, man. It was so, and the result was almost zero.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's actually like a negative result. It digs you a little bit deeper, if you ask me. Um, yeah, it's just like it doesn't make sense. Like just how it can be sold as a product, and they've had zero results over a very long period of time. Like they're not even trying. They're not even trying to fix the problem or understand the problem. It's a business, and
It's a,
the longer you suffer, the better for them. And if you end up dying or end up getting cancer, awesome. We get to make more money off of you.
more
it's
money. Yeah.
it
Therapy.
is, pardon my French, but it's fucked up. They're killing people. um so I'm glad you were able to get out of that sticky situation and be able to heal yourself. um but yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. It's a
Yeah,
total right information.
yeah, any last words of advice for anyone starting out, or?
Yes, actually, for anyone who feels he's ready to take another path than using drugs and immune suppressant, I highly recommend him actually to take this course because it will establish good platform in a simple word, scientific evidence supported with evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I'd like to thank you, Mike. Maybe one day I will meet you face to face
Thank you.
and get the chance to thank you and go to eat some liver or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can eat a pot of your organ stew thing
Sure,
together. So
sure, definitely, definitely.
we could film it. It'll be entertaining. So um
Yeah,
yeah, well,
sure,
you're doing a great thing sharing it with the Arabic world. That's something I am totally incapable of. So um and yeah, so yeah, thanks so much for passing on the word. We just want to help as many people as possible get better. So yeah, thank you so much.
Mike.
And yeah, just to let you guys know a little bit of information about the course. Usually we sell it for $1,000, but right now it's $497. And we're always updating it. And now it comes with um, a, a live Q&A twice a week. So you can ask questions with me. I have Victor and Marjo as well. They're health coaches who got through like histamine intolerance and candida and all sorts of other nasty things. And yeah, it also comes with like a packet that has like step-by-step instructions and food list and all sorts of things. And we're always trying to improve. We're always trying to make it better and simpler so we can help you guys heal as fast and easy as possible. So thank you again for your kind words, and it's awesome to hear your story. Glad you're feeling better. So
Thank you, Mike.
cool.